Hi, this is Zach and welcome to my solution. I'm going to help you walk through what I built and explain some of the reasons why I chose the solutions I did. Builder, and I'm going to pull up all the objects that are going to be in our org. Right now, I only want to see the accounts and I want to see the contacts and I want to see how they're related because I'm getting ready to build out some custom objects in just a little bit. So here I am kind of compiling, making it organized, and I'm going to pull over the custom object and it's going to pull up a new window. And this is where I'm going to give it a name. And this one's going to be called Movies, I believe. And then we're going to continue down. It does begin with the content. If we leave it alone, always put a description about what kind of object it is. This is going to help you remember and help somebody behind you remember what is going on inside your org. And then we go down. I err on the side of unique identifiers. So I really love the auto number generation feature that we have here in Salesforce. And I utilize that really almost all the time, especially when building custom objects. Because when you start doing automations and when you start reporting, having that auto-generated number is really gonna help. And one of the good formats I like to use is put the year somewhere in the auto number. That way, if for some reason in the future, you're pulling records and you see that wrong year date, you'll automatically know that you've pulled the wrong data. Okay, building another custom object. This one's rentals. This one's gonna track all the different rental transactions that are gonna happen inside of MovieBuster. Again, I'm putting a description. Make sure to always include descriptions in everything you do all the time, no matter what. Even if it's just like a one-sentence thing. And then again, I'm gonna go in and give it my auto number. I really like this. This is gonna help us keep track of the rentals better, and it's gonna generate a unique number for each one we do, which becomes very important when you're reporting a lot of stuff, okay? You'll thank me later, trust me. Okay, so I'm gonna continue finishing this up, and we're gonna allow reporting, we're gonna allow attachments, I allow activities. I just go ahead and allow all that in all my custom objects. I haven't found a reason why not to do that yet. And if you have one, please let me know. Here I am bringing in what is a master detail lookup. So that's gonna make the movie the master of the detail record, which is going to be the rental, okay? And that's gonna be important because that's gonna help us roll up quantities that we're gonna put into the rentals into the movie, right? Because remember, one of the asks was to know which movie title is being rented the most popular, right? So that roll up field is gonna help us roll up and count upwards. And you'll see more of that in just a little bit. Okay, and I'm almost done. I have one more lookup field to add to the rental object, and that's gonna be for the contact. We wanna connect the contact, we wanna relate the contacts to the rental. So we know who rented this, right? That way I can manipulate the contact, I can change the contact, I can add a new contact, and I don't have to mess with the rental. The rental could stay the same. So I can change the number on the contact, but the rental is never gonna change, okay? Only thing that's gonna change in the rental is nothing because the contact is connected. Exactly. Okay, so I'm putting in the contact related to contacts, there we go. And then we're gonna tell it the related lists we wanna put on the contact is gonna be rental. This next solution is building out the related list for the contact record page. This is gonna help the user see which movie the customer and the contact rented last and be able to give some follow-up questions with that. So here I am going into the record page. I like to go into the lightning page from the record page just so I can stay up here. I go to the gear icon, click down, edit page, and it opens up the lightning page editor for me. And here we are in the lightning page editor. Super easy. This page is already built for us, so it shouldn't be a whole lot, but more than just drag and dropping. So I'm gonna go over to, I mistakenly just click on the fields. As you see, you gotta be careful. Make sure you click on the components first. You're gonna pull over that related list single, because the other related list is that big long one. Related list single, put it in there. And now with the new dynamic forms, we can upgrade, we're gonna find the related list is gonna be rentals. We wanna find the rentals, okay? Searching for rentals, there it is. And then we're gonna upgrade this, and that's gonna let us dynamically format this related list inside of the lightning page, which is really cool. It's a new feature, newish feature. Okay, we're gonna go down there. We're going to add the field, the movie name. We're going to look for the movie name title in there. That's something you do have to add. It's not standard. You're going to have to go in there and add it yourself. And there it is. Click it and add it. And we can move it. You can rearrange the order if you want. It doesn't matter right now. We're going to save. Don't forget to activate this. And now we need to add in a couple of different fields. We're going to add in that roll-up field from the rentals. That's going to count all the rentals going up, okay? So here we are putting in a title. You always want to put a title. Put your description. You always want to tell the person who's going to be behind you and yourself what is going on, okay? Don't forget to do that. It's very important. You can be very lazy. You can forget. I do it all the time. I don't suggest that. That's not best practices. It is not. Okay, here is where we have the different types of roll-ups we can do. I'm going to choose count because that's all we're doing. We're adding up each one by one, and we're adding up the rentals, okay? And then we're going to leave this on all the different page layouts, and we're going to let everyone have this feature, okay? We're going to let everybody see it. And that's all that we need to do for the roll-ups. The next one we're going to do is a checkbox. This one's going to help the user identify which movie titles are available and which ones are not. Checkbox is the easiest way to easily go in and out and check in, check out. This is not a formula one, so this is one they're actually going to have to touch. I probably should have built a formula checkbox, and I'll tell you why next week. I'll tell you why next week. But we're going to leave it like this, and I can always go back and change it. That happens a lot when you build things out in Salesforce. Things change, okay? Over time, the user has another idea, and maybe the feature you built originally is not going to be great for this next feature. So you're going to have to go back and rebuild that one. Okay, so this is me going in. I finished building the checkbox, and now I'm going to go into the record page. I like also going into the record page, especially if I did fields like this. You can go into the record page right from the object manager. It's a great feature. Thank you, Salesforce. And there we go. We clicked it. We found it. We're going to build a new record page for this one. So you're going to kind of see the walkthrough of that as well. The first thing it's going to ask you, is this going to be an app page? Is this going to be a home page? Or is this going to be a record page? This is a record page, okay? We might get to home pages and app pages later, okay? We're going to label this just the same thing, movies, nothing special, and we're going to choose the movie object. And click next. Now, this is where you can choose your own adventure. There's no rhyme or reason. It really depends on your user. It depends on what you like. I like the three columns. I like to add details, related activities, or have activities in the middle. Either way, I like the three, and then I do the highlights panel as well. We're not going to spend a whole lot of time on this lightning page right now because I feel like we're going to do some of this UX stuff a little bit later in the challenge. So we're just going to do the basics. Remember, always keep it simple. Just do the basics of what the user asks you to do. Don't do too much because that's how you burn yourself out. Okay. I'm just dropping the fields in here, quick and dirty, nothing fancy, nothing to write home about. I'm not going to win any awards at any conferences for this one. I'm going to throw in a highlights panel. I'm going to throw in a related list just for good measure. And we're going to keep that third section just blank for now. It's probably going to be activities. I'm going to show you another look at this page in just a little bit, just to show you that I built out another one, so it doesn't have to be the same. That's not the solution to the problem. The solution to the problem is to be able to see what's going on, and I think everyone will be able to do that. And again, record pages are personal taste. There's a kind for every person. And then now I'm going to walk you through some of the record pages of things I built. Here it is right here. Here are the fields that I built, the number of rentals, and then we have the available. You see, you can click on that and you can edit it really quickly. And I think that's the important thing we want for the user right now. You can also see this is a different layout. You see I have activities and I have related on a tab. That's fine too. I might move that into a more visual way so that the user can see it. And then here's the related list that we built out. It's a little glitchy. I don't know why. And then I'm just going to click through some of the records just to show you kind of the flow of how it worked if you were actually in the system right now. And so we're clicking the contacts. We can show you where all the fields are. Then we're going back to the rentals, and you can see the titles and see how many titles have been out, who's rented it, and we also see a little Jimmy's rented Terminator 2. Not great. So we'll have to fix that later. Okay. That was my solution for challenge number 1. I hope you enjoyed that. If you have any more questions, please let me know. As always, had a great time, and we'll see you for week 2. Bye.